Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Ohio Picture Education Network YouTube channel and to another gaming chat for the Walking Dead Survivors game. I'm, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot, and for today's episode, we're pretty much going to talk about Walking Dead Survivors and what's going on right now between my region and a bunch of other regions. So, as of about 2 hours ago, give or take, we finally declared war on one of the other regions. And yeah, pretty much what was happening during that time, there was already a fight going on between the pay-to-win people of that region and most of our free-to-play people, which I don't know how many are considered to be free-to-play at this point because there's quite a bit of pay-to-win people on that one too. But like, there's obviously like levels of paying to win, which is, most of our people haven't paid $600 for a fucking vehicle in the game right now. Whereas there's one guy that's paid at least $1,200 for two of them right now in his one account named, I think his name is Mr. Lodge or Lodge, something like that. It's LORDGE, I believe is what it is. And he has two accounts in that region. One of them has at least two of those vehicles, and the other one has one of them, which is the big old truck thing. And yeah, I was doing the calculation of how much it costs to get those things the other day. It's at least $600 you have to buy in gold to get that stuff. So to get technically you have to buy like $600 worth of gold to then buy the rubies that levels you out for that cumulative upkeep event is what it is. And you have to do that basically twice in two different events is what it is to get that overall multiple vehicles is what it is then. So, but yeah, you basically had him. You had some person that goes by My Gold and has like some crazy like ape icon as their picture, and then three of their other guys who all had like vehicles like that is what it was, that were basically protecting their expansion base. And you had pretty much all of our T10s in our entire coalition going after these guys right now, and pretty much trying to beat that down and trying to destroy their base is what it was. So anyway, but yeah, the rest of us are just building stuff right now. We're trying to build our own shit right now, and as it was yesterday, even with my low resources right now as a free-to-play player, I pretty much was able to gather together 1,000 rubies per account and do a one-day shield on myself. Right now, it's going to expire in about 12 hours, give or take. And then it's back to 8-hour shields after that, which sucks ass. Really, the problem is honestly, the one thing that does bother me about this game and the microtransaction gaming of it is what it is it should not cost me 1,000 rubies for a one-day shield. It should not cost me 2,500 rubies for a 3-day shield. It should be legitimately a couple hundred for a one-day shield and maybe 1,000 for a 3-day shield, honestly. Or at very least, like, don't have dogs cost 600 fucking rubies a piece to do one per day to get the fucking thing for those things. Because that's another problem right there. It's like that's what I figured out recently. It's just like the constant daily barrage of ruby spending is ridiculous. Now, granted, that being said, if I actually had $20 to $30 per account I could put into this game right now, which I don't, unfortunately, I could pretty much pay that money to go buy, I forget exactly what it is, but essentially with buying that, it would unlock like this entire set of stuff, which is a bunch of rubies right now. And every single account that I have right now would get like 81,000 rubies in it for that much money. It would be like 20, $30 to spend for that. And that would be a huge boon to me because nothing else, like we got, I think it's roughly like 30-ish days. I think it's about 33 days, give or take right now, left in this entire thing going on currently. And I want to say I have enough 8-hour shields right now. If I let them go all 8 hours entirely, I think I would be able to chain them for about 10 or 11 days, give or take. And then I'd be completely out of shields entirely. Now, granted, that being said, you get, I think it's like 3 or 4 shields every time a Rescue Rick event opens up. And I want to say there's like 1 or 2 in a Eugene event, but that's every other week or something like that. So it's like not reliable like that. And as well on that whole thing, you can sit there and pay 450 rubies for an 8-hour shield, or it's like I think it's 100,000 clan points, which is ridiculously overpriced, by the way. Like, again, that should be maybe 10,000 claim points for that, 15 at most, I would say. Considering that a 1 hour construction or any other kind of speed bonus like that is 30,000. So it's like the fact you're forcing me to pay 100,000 for an 8-hour shield is fucking ridiculous. When a 12-hour shield is in 140,000, like, again, that's way overpriced, dude, entirely. So yeah, I think that's the problem with these microtransaction games like this. Is like they force you to pay to win is what it really is. And in reality, you're not really paying to win. You're paying to survive is what it is at that point, which is bullshit entirely. And yeah, it's just infuriating as hell, man. Which I totally get why, that one chick from our previous region was like all sad. And she was like, yeah, I'm getting burned all the time because I don't have any fucking shields right now. And I can't afford them at all or whatever. And I'm just sitting over here like 2-3 weeks ago being like, oh, that's cool, man, because we ain't really doing nothing over here. We're just fucking chilling is what it is right now, being kind of cool with everybody. And then, yeah, all of a sudden it's like, this escalation over the last week or so, and now we're declaring war on people and stuff. And even when it's not kill events, we're having to do stuff now. So, fuck, And I'm about to just tell people straight up, be like, hey, I got enough of these for X amount of days right now, and there's going to be times where I'm just not going to be on this fucking region is what it is. And if you guys got a problem with that, then okay, whatever. Like, and I might just tell them straight up, be like, hey, if I'm online, I will put an 8-hour shield up and, help build and everything like that or whatever for the case. But like, I'm not going to be around this entire time, dude. Or if I can afford like things, or even just ask. I know there's people on there that would pay to win honestly right now because or help me out or whatever, because I know the one guy has before and stuff. So it's like, yeah, if y'all want to like support me, financially in that game, like, throw a 20 or throw like a $30 gift card at me, whatever it's going to cost me there to unlock the 81,000 rubies and stuff like that, dude, and I'm good to go then. So you want me on there, like, do that for me, and you can have me be in there for the rest of the season is what it is. Because that's the thing. I am not going to spend any of that rubies on anything else, dude. I'll just spend it on shields and shit then. And you can just have me up there all the time then for the next 30 days is what it is. So, because honestly, if you did that in 3 days, because technically if you do that in 3 day shields is what it is, you would have, I'm trying to think now, we got 33 days left, so you need 11 of those really is what it would be then. So you're talking about 3 days. So 11, so that'd be 2,500 per 3 days. So you're talking about, so times 11 would be, let's see, 5,000. I'm trying to see if that would even be enough now I'm thinking about it. So it'd be 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, 25. So it'd be almost 28,000 rubies to get that done for that 30-something days now. That's fucking crazy, by the way. That's insane, dude. And again, like I said, what was it, 27,500, something like that is what it would actually cost me to do all that for 33 days. Like, no wonder people can't afford shit, dude. Like, Jesus, bro. And that's without even doing your regular stuff is what it is. Like, honestly, the real problem is it's not that it costs that much for a shield or whatever. It's that they don't give you enough to actually make it worth your while in the game for like daily bonus and stuff like that. Because honestly, even being at level 25 right now, you're getting, I think it's 250 a day from silver quests boxes, and it's another 500 whenever you have gold chest opening. So it's 750 there, and then you get another 250 for a daily like Woodbury Army or whatever. Then, so you're talking about 1,000 rubies a day, roughly, give or take. So potentially it would be using all that stuff for a shield, and then you have nothing left over to buy dogs or anything else like that for the day. You have nothing left over to go into the lone trader, and if you want to spend 10 rubies, 20 rubies, 30 rubies, whatever it is on like speed up stuff, you got nothing left for that. Yeah, it's bullshit, dude, entirely. Or hell, even want to go into the thing and go buy like a 250 ruby single long range mission, which I've had to do multiple times now in this game just to get my fucking missions done every day. So, yeah, like that's the worst part right now is it's not like you're spending, not spending everything. You're actually spending everything and then some more because you're actually spending 600 a day for a dog. You have to do that just to get that one mission done on that fucking thing. You have to spend another at least 20 to get a daily thing to give to one of the animals. So that's like 620 right there. And then if you're spending stuff on Lone Trader, which you might not have to spend stuff on Lone Trader until you get to the 100 ruby stuff or whatever, like you can just get all the resource shit or whatever, then that would be another thing, unless it's 100 rubies is what it would be then, which half the time it is actually. So it's like X amount of rubies for that, then maybe, or maybe not. And then, so it's at least 620 a day. And then you talk about possibly going in and spending another X amount for, depending on what level you are, if you're level 8, level 9, whatever it is there, like 300 to 550 a day for, long range missions. So yeah, you're like never getting ahead on that one, dude. Like you're always going to be deficient in rubies is what it is, just based on that alone is what it would be then. You're talking about anywhere from like 620 to like 1,070, give or take. So, or sorry, not 1,000, 1,170. So you're almost 1,200 in the hole then. You're actually almost 200 rubies in the hole then, for that matter. Just doing that alone. So, yeah, not fun, dude, at all. But anyway, I would show you guys some stuff right now when it comes to the game. But unfortunately, for some reason, like I said a while ago on here, whenever the fuck they updated that one update, it just does not allow it to come through StreamYard anymore, which sucks ass. Because I really did want to show you guys what was going on in game right now, because it's fucking crazy. Like, you basically go to where the people are all fighting and stuff, and like everybody and their brother was throwing out various walkers and stuff like that to protect like spots, to have to not allow people to get into their base and shit like that. So, yeah, it was pretty damn wild for sure. I'm actually going to go check something right now and see if my any of my accounts are still top 10 right now for the next couple minutes that this exists right now. Jesus Christ, at 20 million, I went to 59th. That means none of my other ones are there at all anymore. I guarantee that one. Let's see here. So I was second. What was I? I was second. I was ninth. Or I was second. I was fifth, and I was 10th, I believe, at one point, like the last couple hours now. And now I'm 59th at 20 million. My main account. In my other accounts, I'm 22nd right now in my last one, and I am 12th in the one that has 41 million. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm going to check something on that real quick now. Okay, well, at least my 12th will get 250 rubies then. We won't get any Pamela for eggs or anything like that, but it will get some rubies and shit, so. Where did I say my other one was right now? I don't think it was top 20. No, it was 22nd, so. Yeah, I don't have enough time to get up to 27 either on that one. Fuck the fucking Rise guys. Those are the guys we're fighting against, by the way, right now. Or do I actually? Nah. I'm like thinking about it more. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. Because if it was, I'd be doing it right now. And it's like, no, it's not worth it for the next 2 minutes to try to do something like that. So, I mean, it technically might be, but it's really not actually, because it would be costing me so much to do it in the long run. I don't think it would be able to be done in enough time anyway. So, yeah, because I pretty much have to burn one of my my dudes to go into one of my other dudes. So it's like, yeah, it's not worth it. No, not worth it. Oh, and then I just went to 23rd anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let me see. Top 20 would be 27 million. So it'd be at least 27.5 million then. So I have to get at least 2.5 million then for that time. In the next 90 seconds. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. Nope, not worth it. Unfortunately, with this game, we've been having I don't think I can actually screen share it now. I think it'd probably just come up all fucked up again. Yep, it's just still framing myself for some reason. I don't know what the fuck's up with that. Like I said, if I try to screen share, it comes up like this. It's all just me still frame right there. Which is so stupid because I'm literally clicking on the game here. But yeah, I got a few things right now that will all pop. It will all proc during the Thriving Forces thing that starts here in about 16 hours, give or take, which would be my melee statue will go to 14, my cavalry statue will go to 15, and so will my sharpshooter statue. And then roughly in a week from now, I'll have my square 2 to 22, which I think you have to have that all the way up to 25 on all of them to get the fifth formation unlocked next go around is what it is. So for the next season, which I'm pretty close to having the first 2 done in my main. It's just having the other ones up to 25 will be a bitch. So I actually did find something out interesting the other day, actually, which was, did not know this, when it comes to the statues that you can unlock, the melee, the sharpshooter, and the cavalry at 25, whenever you get to town hall all the way to 25 there, you can actually get, if you get them up to 18 through upgrades and stuff like that, you can start doing things called crackdowns in them. And the first one, if you're doing it during Strongest Survivor, can actually knock you into like good positioning and stuff like that. And the reason I say that is because I inadvertently did that, not even realizing how much it was going to pay me out or whatever. And holy shit, did I come out on top on that one. You have, I'm going to see if I can find them real quick here. Actually, I will show you guys something I did take a picture of earlier, which was, this was part of the thing that was going on during that war a few hours ago, which was all the people that putting up all the different crazy shit here. This is what I mean when I say a T10 battle right here, because you got all those little fires and stuff like that, or like the different walkers and shit you can do, or like the abandoned things you can do. And then obviously the thing right here was us getting ready to attack the people formation is what it was, or attack their expansion base, to say, on that one. So, but yeah, pretty crazy, man. And like I said, unfortunately, it was all a T10 battle. It was basically 5 or 6 pay to wins in there, and then it was all of our people who were just fighting off against that in various rallies, which they're still doing right now to this minute, actually, which is pretty damn wild. So, and that's been going on for at least the last 2 or 3 hours now, which is exactly why I would not want to be part of that. And like I was saying about who was actually part of that whole thing, this was the somebody sent this screenshot to our coalition earlier, which was these guys that were the ones that were actually in the thing. And it was the top 2 dudes there, and then the guy that was in 5th place are the motherfuckers who were taking out our expansion base about 4 or 5 days ago, which is this Mr. Lorge. And then it was Unia, I think is her person's name, something like that. And then it was that My Gold V1.1. Like it was really Mr. Lorge, and it was the My Gold person, because they're the ones that are the biggest pay to wins of those 5, as far as I'm aware. And they were the ones that were online during then, taking out our shit. And then it was Lorge doing his second account or whatever to fuck us over then too, which I didn't realize. If I had realized at the time, I would have never moved my shit, because it was basically allowed him to use the second account to jump in there really quick and completely fuck us then. So, but yeah, these other guys, like one of these other guys is getting some hits in the other day. I think that Samo Gold might have been getting some hits in too as well, if I'm not mistaken, during then. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like how much money people pay in this game to just win. And it's kind of stupid, actually, when you think about it, because it's like you're sitting there paying like tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars for a fucking game, dude. Like, it's just retarded, honestly. And yet, meanwhile, like I was saying with the whole thing with the whatchamacallits, though, I didn't even realize I was able to pull this off until I got the actual rewards today, which was when I did the thing with the crackdown thing and the statues for their research. It was able to get me this reward for being number 3 in the stage there. And then I also got a second reward for overall, which was this badass reward of another 100 medals, another 1.3 million experience, another 1,000 rubies, and also 48 governor fragments. And that was number 10 for overall rank reward for that. So, yeah, pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. Super happy, though, because now I'm like, I think 2 universal fragments away from having like it's either a 3.3 or a 3.4 governor right now, like a 3.3 or 3.4. So, yeah. And that'll definitely be when I unlock my fifth formation in my main next go around then for next season. It'll be Governor, Negan, and Pamela, who are my top three formation guys in that, because they're all roughly around, I think, 70 right now for levelation. And I think I can get them to maybe like 75 or 80, if I'm not mistaken, before they completely level out. So, yeah, those will be my like fifth formation of dudes. If nothing else, then I'll just have, I might just swap them out with like one of the epic ones, and if that be the case, where it'd be like the epic Shane and then Rick, and then I'm trying to think of the third one. Isn't that one? There's another dude that's already broke through at this point for over 101. I think it was Billy, maybe. So it might be like that. That's other guys or something like that. I mean, actually, no. Sorry, I've had both Billy and Boyd break through to 102 at this point. So it might be like one of those guys is like a third one in that one, for like the epic formation or something like that. Is like number 5. That potentially would be switched out with Negan and company as they get stronger and stronger. Because I figured it out today, actually. If I'm able to maintain where I'm at right now across the board going into the future of this season for the next 30-something days now, I can get enough stuff to basically take, I think it is top 100 right now. Actually, I'm going to go check my thing just to make sure on that one, 100%, because I don't want to make a liar out of myself right now. And I do want to go check to make sure where my dudes currently sit in the overall commemoration gathering and stuff like that. Because I know when I checked earlier, it was like 74th or something like that out of 100 and whatever there. So, yeah, right now my overall commendation is 77th. So I'm 77th in my main. I am 77th in the main, 79th in one of my second accounts, and then 88th in my third account, which I think I have to grab some more out of, if I'm not mistaken, pretty soon here. So if I can maintain those levels and basically maintain top 100 status the entire rest of the season, then I will take from that, from the 50 to 100, would be a 30 universal fragments, 30 long-range missions, a dozen keys, 15 million bullets, and 60 hours of speed ups. If I end up dropping a 101 in any of those, or 101 to 200, it would be 23 frags and long-range missions, 9 keys, 12 million bullets, and 2 days, overall 48 hours of 1 hour speed ups for that. But the big deal is for our overall ranking, because we're currently in third right now, but we're the first part of the War Pact in third. So we would end up taking the bronze plate for season 5, 36 Negan fragments, 54 universal fragments, 54 long-range missions, 22 keys, and then 2 of each of the combat power weapons that are what you would put 5 of the basic ones into, which is going to be huge, honestly, because those weapons in my main account, I can basically have a full-powered Laura in my second formation, and I can have a half-powered princess on top of that. So it would be a full-powered Laura. I already have a half-powered Negan, or not Negan, half-powered Mercer, which would be the bottom 2 of it. It would be the helmet and the leather gloves. So I basically need to do camouflage clothes and the sword into their higher things, which would be gun and body armor respectively. And that would be the full Laura for that. She would have all that stuff. Mercer would pretty much maintain his same stuff. But I would also be able to have enough of the camouflage hats and combat boots to be able to do 5 of them together into making Princess into a half-powered guy, just like Mercer. The real problem right now is that Princess, in my main account here, is she's only at level 90. I have to basically get another 450 fragments to get her all the way up to 100 right now, whereas I only need 90 to either get Mercer or Laura up to 5 stars. So, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is, depending on how many frags I get out of the season, if I end up getting like 100-something fragments or whatever, then I'm most likely going to do take 90 of them, obviously, and do Laura up to 100 is what it would be. And mostly the reason I'm doing Laura instead of Mercer up to 100 is because when you do the formations, it basically goes front, middle, rear. And from my understanding, from what everybody's been telling me for the last almost a year now or so, they've been playing this game, they have been saying to me that how apparently it's the guy that's in the rear of the formation is who you actually want to have the most power there, because they're the one that actually hits like the last and does like the biggest point of damage, I guess is what it is, or something. And so that's what you basically would want to do then. You want to have Laura be the most powerful in that, not Mercer as like the lead guy in the formation then, which makes sense to me, honestly, if you're looking from that perspective and stuff. So yeah, eventually what it'll be is I'll do Laura there, get her all the way to epic combat gear and stuff like that. And then most likely in the next X amount of time it takes me to get the rest of the stuff, whatever the case be, I'm probably going to go and do Mercer after that then when it comes to upping his stuff from blue to purple or rare to gold items then. Or sorry, not gold items. From rare to epic items. And eventually at some point in the future, one of these guys will have gold items is what it is, because I already have enough anvils right now that technically if I wanted to right now, I could actually yank, I think it's the leather gloves off of everybody currently, and basically make one of these guys like super powerful with a gold thing. But the thing is, I don't really want to do that, is what it is. Yeah, I could basically take the leather gloves off and make a Michonne's belt for them, because I actually have enough I can do that right now, but I don't want to do that right now because technically leather gloves for the attack, defense, etc., the crews and stuff, it ups all of their stuff by, 4 point whatever percent, or like 5% or 8%, whatever the case be. And then the Michonne's belt thing only does like another 8.5 or 10 or 16 overall. So it's like double whatever the actual leather glove would be then. Which, in my opinion, I'd rather just have, everybody have like a set of leather gloves and a set of, everything else like that, and be able to up them continuously and more powerful and stuff, than have it be something else like that. And if nothing else, what I may end up doing at some point in the future is, because I know I have, how am I saying now? Abraham is currently level 100 in this account. What I may end up doing is, even though him and Mercer are technically both front dudes for combat, I may end up just having Mercer in the first slot, having Abraham in the middle, and then having Laura in the back slot, and then taking Princess and putting her in with a 92 Rosita and a level 90 Holly, and just doing those chicks up as one group of people is what it is then. And that way technically I wouldn't have my third thing in either one of them, because as it is right now in my formations, the way that they stand, you have your chemistry all the way lighted up, which would be I'm trying to see what it does here now. Yeah, with all three of them, Laura, Mercer, Princess together, it gives combat speed of Survivor's crew +1, which I'm not sure what that even does or anything like that. Like if it just ups the speed of them or whatever it is. But yeah, like pretty much it doesn't really matter if you do that or not, because you still have, even with just two of them, you still have their health and defense and stuff like that all upgraded too as well. So if you have Laura and Mercer together, you still have their health and their speed upgraded and stuff. So, and then you can just have Abraham as like the third guy in there, and then the same thing with that. The only issue there would be obviously if Princess is leading the crew of Holly and Rosita, she doesn't get the front bonus. She would just be a middle bonus, and the front is what it would be then. And then the other two chicks would get a bonus, is what it would be for being together then. And you basically have 2/3 of the love triangle there is what it is then. So I don't know. It all depends. Again, I'm eventually going to do stuff where I get stuff together is what it is here. It just depends on different things coming together now. Like, again, it's one of these things where it depends of how much I have when it comes to like rubies and shit. So, because if I had a whole bunch of rubies and stuff like that right now, I could actually, whenever we do the knife events and stuff like that, just buy a bunch of extra things for 500 a piece then, and be able to get another, hit another one of those through on the easy thing, get another 5 frags for each one of these people is what it would be then. I should say, get another 5 frags that could be used for any of these people is what it would be then, and be able to up them all the way is what it would be then. Because that's what I did the last time around, or not last time around, it was 2 knife things ago. I had a bunch of rubies just sitting there, and I basically burned through, I think it was over 10,000 if I'm not mistaken, to get all the way there is what it was, and be able to up all my dudes to like level 90 is what it ended up being then. So yeah, I think it was worth it, honestly, to be honest with you guys, because it allowed me to be better overall where I'm at right now, especially the T9, and the fact that I'm like 80, I think I'm 87 or 88% of the way to T9 right now. Or sorry, I'm 90% right now of cavalry training done. I have 2 more to do right now when it comes to the cavalry defense. I'm currently working on 9 right now, which has about 6.5 days on it, and then it would be having enough overall. I don't know how to pronounce that word, whatever the hell it is, flasks, which would be like 300 or 400 of them there to get that done. And then it would be having another 275 after that to start up the cavalry health from 5 to 6, and then 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, which obviously gains increase of flasks every time. And then it would be from there going cavalry versus fighters, which requires obviously T10 health to get done, and being able to do that from 5 to 6, and then 7, and then 8, 9, 10. And then finally, it would be the last thing I would do would be ultimate cavalry, which requires 5,000 flasks to do, which is going to be, oh my god, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, I was trying to figure out exactly how many more flasks I actually need overall, and oh my god, man, like I told the one chick earlier, I was like, yeah, it's pretty much going to be a situation of I'm going to do these whenever the fuck I have flasks to do them, and it's going to take that long. And she's like, all right, I hear you right now. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's going to take, man. Because even then, like, what's even worse is, by the way, it's not just having those all done then, because that's obviously just one technology to unlock the T10 cavalry. I still only have 56% in my melee training and 54% in my sharpshooter training done. So I'd have to do all those up to 100 then to get ultimate sharpshooters and ultimate melee to be able to unlock those dudes. So yeah, it's a major fucking pain in the ass, dude. Like, it really is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this game 100% is nothing more than microtransaction gaming of them trying to get you to pay money to get ahead further is what it is. Because otherwise you're going to be sitting there for 2.5 years, whatever it is, to finally get to T10. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when I saw what was happening today with us, with the main leader chick in my clan being the one that declared a war and stuff today. I'm just like, all right, that's cool. I get you. I know you're T10. And which other people are T10s right now? Like, good. This is a war of T10s. I'm not going to be part of this as a T9. And I told her that straight up. I'm like, I don't have the physical power to do this right now. I'm not going to blow a 24-hour shield that I just bought a little bit ago. I don't have enough money to buy another one. So fuck that. And yeah, if nothing else, like in a few days, I might just be like, hey, I'm not going to sit here and blow through like a day's worth of shields in the next like several days, and I'm not going to be anything on here at all for like 2 weeks or something like that. That'd be dumb. So it's basically going to be a situation where I'm going to it's not really going to be an ultimatum. It's going to be a straight up like, hey, this is what's happening here. It's either I'm going to be here like once a day for 8 hours, give or take. And as long as I have like another shield, maybe I'll be here for a little bit longer than that even. But like, yeah, if I'm to the point where I think I'm going to get targeted or whatever, then no, I'm going to zip the fuck out. I'm going to jump back to our season. I'm going to jump back to our home region for the rest of the day then or whatever then. And I'll just chill out on there for a while. So, and straight up tell people, be like, unless y'all want to pay money for me to get ahead here, like, here's my shit. You can do it if you want, but like, unless you want to do that, and I can get 3-day shields from now on, then I'm not going to do this. Is what it is. Because I'll straight up tell them, I'll be like, hey, if you all want to do that, man, give me the money to do that stuff. Like, I have no problem with using them rubies to get those shields and stuff like that for the rest of the season. But like, just know that money that's going to buy those rubies and stuff like that to get that unlocked and everything like that, it's going to be like 1/3 of those rubies to be used to do this all the rest of the season. Is what it's going to be. And unless I know for a fact that you would like need me to do something where I could like poke somebody or whatever that's not a T10, it's like a T8 or T9 or whatever there, like a couple times, and I can just jump out and then jump back in with like an 8-hour shield on top of me or whatever, then like that's fine. But like, yeah, other than that, like, it's either that or I'm going to be here for like part of it, like 1/3 of a day, and then I'm going to be out of here, man. So, you know, and that's why I totally don't. That's why I totally get why some of these people aren't having their shields expire like crazy all the time, because they're either not in the game long enough throughout the week to actually get the stuff that we need to get more shields and shit through these Rescue Rick events or whatever they were, Eugene events, whatever it is there that could get free shields and stuff. Or they haven't been smart about it and they just pissed away shields over the last, 3-4 seasons, and that's what it is. So, whereas meanwhile, I've basically just been hoarding these motherfuckers is what it is. Like, I've been hoarding them. If I have extra rubies and stuff like that, maybe I'll buy one on occasion is what it is here and there. But like, yeah, for the most part, it's like, I'll do what I need to do to get ahead, man. So, anyway. Actually, now that I think about that, is there a $300 ruby one, or sorry, 300 ruby one in my elite shop today or not? No, there is not. Okay. But what did just pop up though was the lone trader. So let's see, we got veggies costing meat, meat costing veggies. Ironic that I'm going to do both of those. Bullets costing water. 15 minutes of trainer speed ups costing 33,000 meat. I'm going to grab that. What I'm probably not going to do is grab these other ones, which will be 15 minutes of construction and 15 minutes of research that are both 27 rubies a piece, because that's almost double, it's like 2 rubies almost a piece for a minute of trading. I'll grab the 320 wood for a 12-hour increase in attack power. Do the same thing with meat for another one of those. Grab some combat experience for 900k water. Go to our free restock. Let's see. Got some actual 15 minutes of research for wood here. Grab that. Grab the water one. I actually will spend 23 rubies here for the speed ups because it's going to be 25 speed ups. So to me, that's actually worth it because you're talking about like 1 ruby, actually less than 1 ruby per speed up is what it is. And then, of course, we got 8-hour shield, both of which are 450 rubies. The fact that I have enough rubies right now for a 3-day shield on my main account, I might just do that at some point in the future is what it is. Like in the next, 17, 18 hours or something. And be done with it there. So, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to spend 450 rubies on an 8-hour shield, because to me that's just too much, honestly. Again, if we want to talk about the whole pay-to-win aspect of this game, that 8-hour shield in these lone traders should be like 100 fucking rubies, honestly, legitimately. Maybe 200 at most. It shouldn't be anything over that, though. It should be 100 to 200 rubies, not 450. And if it's going to be 450, then it needs to be a 24-hour fucking shield, man. Legitimately. So, anyway. Check my other accounts to see if I got any lone traders popping up on those or not. This one is a no-go right now. Let's see how much time I got left on that, though. About 26 minutes on that one. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to use my guy. Is there anybody here that can be relocated? I'm literally checking spots right now to make sure there's nobody in here that can be knocked out for relocations and stuff like that. Actually, if we removed all these 30 ones right now, we could pretty much have another person there, which probably should be done, actually, just to get us here is what it is. So, anyway. What was I saying now? Oh, yeah. That's right. I was going to go attack one of the things here. Grab that too, actually. I don't think that's above anybody's thing that would knock them out or whatever. So, Really, I'm just trying to get my dudes on right now. Oh, I just realized my stuff had reset itself now. Okay, let's see. For this account, we got Wandering Scavengers, which gives us 5 frags of the random guys. A couple things for scrapyards. A couple things for bullets. And a single thing for a walker thing. So that doesn't really do much of anything for us. Just want to make sure there's no way to relocate there. Nope, there's not. Okay, good. So I didn't do anything that would hurt anybody. Still not going to do anything here to hurt anybody because I'm going to leave the other walker set there. So, let's see how much time I got left right now. About 4 minutes on that account right now from doing that one walker hit. Okay, go to my third account. See if there's anything I want to do on there or not. I doubt that there is, but who knows. Okay, that still does not have theirs open up for the next go around. Which again is another 27 minutes on that. So go ahead and do another dude. I'm actually going to hit 2 guys on this one, I think. So we're going to go find us a 25. If we can. Yeah, maybe we'll take out 26 now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, go ahead and take out that 26 up there. It's like 45 seconds away from me. And then go over here and knock this 22 as well, I think is a good idea. That'll be like a minute to get that done. Let's see, going to things for this one. Oh, got a set of dogs in this one, potentially, maybe. Got a abandoned squad, which is the free ammo to re-stamina your stuff is what it is. The problem with the dog giveaways on this now, and this is one thing I've realized in this game over the last probably like month or so. I don't know if it's when they updated it or whatever here recently, but I swear it was like 2 or 3 updates ago. Or no, it's probably like 4 or 5 ago when they put them in there. And within like 2 more updates, it's almost like the RNG went to shit on them because it used to give out like a dog or 2 or whatever it was for like every single one of them. I've had ones right now that were either epic or gold ones before that gave me 0 dogs in them. And it's like, that is fucking bullshit, dude. That should come with at least minimum of 3 dogs coming out of that. Or like 2 dogs and a cow or 2 dogs and a sheep, whatever it be then for your animal companion stuff. And plus then obviously the experience level up stuff then, because the only thing it gave me was the experience shit. And I'm just like, this is fucking bullshit, dude, entirely. And that's the thing. It should guarantee you at least one dog. Like I would say honestly like this. If it's depending on level of it, so if it's a green one, it should be at least 1 dog. If it's a blue one, it should be at least 2 dogs, or a dog and a like sheep/cow or whatever is the secondary animal. For purple epic ones, it should be a minimum of 3 animals, and honestly for the legendary ones, it should be 4. So at least that's how I figure it should be anyway. But you know, that's just my perspective from a play to win perspective, or yeah, from a free to play perspective, not a pay to win perspective of the thing. So we'll see if my opinion actually works out at some point here or not. Doubt it, but who the fuck knows? I'm still going to say it anyway because I think it's bullshit the way that they fuck people over in this game. And like I said, essentially you're forcing people to pay to win to get ahead and stuff like that. Like that Mr. Lord's guy that paid, yeah, like at least $1,200 fucking dollars for 2 vehicles. Like, dude, oh my god. Like, let's talk to like, okay, I understand that we're a game here, but I also understand that there is a thing called the Second Amendment in this country. Let's talk about fucking 2A for a minute right now. All right. You know how much money that is that I could use towards firearms in this country right now, dude? $1,200. Like, you know how many guns I could actually get me? Quite a few. They wouldn't be super expensive, obviously. They might not be the best, you know, thing out there, whatever the case be, but it would be enough to where I could get at least like some decent shit is what it is. And to know that there's people out there that are sitting there actively paying a bunch of money out the door for things like a fucking digital game that's going to give you nothing in the long run. If the grid goes down, you basically just pissed away a bunch of money. Like, it just completely blows my mind right now. Actually, that was good on this one. I just got 5 of the flasks for, I think it was meat or something. And I clicked on it. So that's good. But yeah, it just completely blows my mind, honestly, on that one. Where you have people that are just like, oh no, we're going to do whatever here. It's like, that's so stupid, man. So, anyway. It really is like a little bit shocking, honestly, when you think about it, because it's like, really, dude, like, you're gonna spend that much cash on this much stuff, and it's like, Jesus, like, must be nice to just have that money to just piss away every day. Like, that's the way I feel about shit like that, honestly. When the rest of people doing that kind of stuff, it's like, must be nice knowing you can do that and not have it affect your pocketbook or whatever the case be, or mom and dad's pocketbook, whatever it is there. Which it seems to me like there's a lot of these people who are like Asian folks. So it does kind of make me wonder if they even have any family or not. Or if they're just like these gamer kids that are being paid by like the state to do this or whatever, which would actually make sense if you think about it from that perspective of stuff, where it's like, oh, you're actually just being paid to like, get ahead or whatever. Then like, that makes total sense is what it is, man. Like, oh, it's the country of China that's like paying your way here or something like that. Like, that makes total sense to me, honestly. So I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it would be interesting to know that actually, if it is people that are just like independently very wealthy off is, or very rich off is what it is then, because they have like, a 6 or 7 figure job or whatever it is there, or if it's just people who are, like employees of the state or whatever it be, and it's like their entire thing is to go play games every day or whatever. Because I know that there is a thing like that. They do have like those internet cafes and stuff like that in China and shit like that. So it's very possible this is just a job for them actually. So the thing is, I'm not so sure what it would actually be for, unless you're like like the only thing I can think is maybe you're like data mining people's accounts or something. Is what it would be then. That would be like beneficial to the country. Is what it would be then. So I'm not sure actually. Like that's the one thing I'm trying to figure out on that one is like what would be the purpose of that? To have to pay people to go do like internet cafe gaming and stuff like that. And that would be my only guesstimation would be like you're trying to like data mine people's like private information or something like that, or whatever the case be, or maybe you're trying to like see exactly when people are online and stuff like that, because like the time zone differences and shit like that or something. And it's like, I don't know, man. It could be something sinister. It could be something, it could be nothing, honestly. So who knows? But either way, it's one of those situations where to me personally, it's like, yeah, it's kind of annoying to know that you're basically like trying to fight somebody who's like, if they wanted to and you didn't have a shield up, they could basically just take your ass out in like a second. Like, that's the thing that bothers me the most about this game, like knowing that, like the difference of power level and stuff like that. Whereas if you didn't include money into it, that dude would probably, that Mr. Loge guy would probably be about roughly the same level that I am right now as a free to play player, which would be T9 and, halfway to whatever there. So, and not, oh, I'm full T10. I have every single thing leveled out or whatever the case be, because I just paid a shit ton of money to get this done. And then I immediately did. Oh, it's going to cost me like, 10,000 rubies to fucking immediately finish this off. Play the 10,000 rubies, pay the 10,000 rubies, do all kinds of shit like that or whatever it is. So it wouldn't surprise me, honestly, given what's, given that. It would actually make sense for doing that with rubies and stuff like that, just because of that fact. That's like, yeah, you're just putting there, throwing through a bunch of technology and stuff like that. It's going to be instant, ends and stuff like that, which actually right now, and now I think about it, going to the account that I'm in right now, I want to see exactly what it would be to do a full, what am I saying here? To fully end my current thing. So on my current one, I am a day and 6 hours from being completely done right now. Okay. With about 30-ish hours, give or take, being from finishing, I could instantly finish this right now for 3,289 rubies. So it could be something like that. Like I said, it could be 10,000, could be actually, in a lot of cases, probably like 20 or 30,000 actually in many cases. But yeah, I could easily see people doing that though, man, where they're just paying a bunch of money, buying a shitload of rubies, and then just instantly finishing a fuck ton of stuff on there. And then it's like, even with the builds and stuff, like you have instant builds or whatever. Like right now, I have Where's it here? This is my third account that I don't have my library up to 25 yet, and it's about 46 days right now from being finished. If I were to pay rubies to instantly finish this right now, it would be 83,047 rubies to finish it. So yeah, I could easily see people doing the Call Me Level Upkeep event where they're getting 60, 70,000 rubies, whatever it is there, and just immediately you just do something up to whatever then. Like you're just instantly finishing something right then and there. That's like a 23 or 24 or 25, whatever it is. And it makes total sense then. Because you're actively, again, like I said, you're actually paying to win is what it would be then. So, yeah. It'd be interesting to see that. Very, very interesting to see that. Because I can almost guarantee that's what's happening right now. And it sucks. It really does. Because you're sitting there going against people that can't do that shit. And then you think about, it's... Like, honestly, I would equate it, if we're going to talk about equation and stuff and whatnot, I would very much equate that to crony capitalism here in America, where you have all these people like, Michael Bloomberg types and shit like that going out there and fucking around people's rights and everything else like that. And yet, meanwhile, that asshole made his entire fortune by short selling stock, where he overvalued a stock to where it didn't have existing like amounts of it or whatever. It was like, here's 100% of the stock done or whatever. Let me add another 150% on top of that or whatever. Where if people had called his bluff on that one, bought up all that shit, it would force him to pay the fuck up then. But they didn't, and he was able to short sell that stuff and make this crazy ass profit is what it is, and not be a multi-billionaire is what it is. So, yeah, it's definitely some shady ass shit like that is what it comes down to being and equating to. And it's why it pisses me off, honestly, because I know for a fact that some people are scum and do that kind of shit like that, so... Anyway, right now I got 2 more long ranges in this account that I can use up, so I will use them up right now on this Laura, which basically did nothing for me, but it did get me to the first thing. So it allows me to have 30 more commemoration on this and a few speed ups and stuff like that, so kind of sucks, but it's whatever, man. Hopefully I can come back with some rubies tomorrow or something like that and be able to buy some more shit then, because I don't have... I'm trying to think about this right now. Got 325 right now. 300 will be 625. I don't believe I have enough to do anything right now to buy a 250. I don't think I do anyway. Let me check some stuff right now. Okay, I can sell one of my attacks for 120, but that doesn't really bring us too much of anything. I might do that anyway, actually. And then, let's see, that brings us another... yeah, that's not worth it. So let's see, it's 445. Do 7... 45, 750. So I can put, let's see, 200, 345. Okay, so I have just enough right now to do that right now. So I'm going to buy up 1 long range for 250, taking myself down to 200 rubies overall, and I got 300 more in the thing. So when we do our overall thing right now, I'll be completely out of rubies in this game for the day and have no way to re-up then, which sucks ass. Yeah, it's not fun, man. It really isn't. That's one reason why I wish I weren't at war right now, because we could easily be doing a bunch of these survivor camps that we have in our territories. And I could be making quite a bit of rubies there is what it is. By hitting those and stuff. So, I don't know. What the hell is this going on right now? Okay, Palmer just said some stuff to us here. Said, super proud of everybody. Thanks for your contributions to us. Getting some revenge. You meant for the base thing there. I'm not sure if they actually took their base or not. I'm not sure. I should go check that actually just to see if we did or not. Let's see here. Did we fuck? Oh, we did. Nice. We fuck their shit up. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. That big ass. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take another screenshot right now. I'm going to show you guys the update on that one. So that one that I took before that was from... Oh, I'm trying to remember what time that was. I took the other one. Let me go figure this out. That T10 fight one would have been from... crap, where's it at now? Yeah, the one that I labeled as boss battle was about 5.5 hours ago, give or take, where you had all that stuff there. And now this new one that I'm about to grab a screenshot of is what the place looks like right now, which is completely different. And yeah, they were able to finally take their shit out. So they take our expansion base, we take theirs, apparently, is what it's going to be here. I'm okay with that, honestly. Because to me, it's base for base, honestly, dude. Maybe a little bit of ace of base. Actually, I think I'll label it as base for base. So, but yeah, since I can't actually show you guys the current live shot of it right now because it doesn't want to come through as a thing or whatever. But I can show you a screenshot that I just took, which is, grab it up here real quick. This is their current base, or what used to be their current base in the game, which there's all of our stuff right here. It looks like maybe they took one of our expansions out too as well or whatever, one of our posts. But yeah, during that, we were able to get the other post up and we were able to take all their fucking shit then. So that's cool. Fuck you, Mr. Lorge and my goal and everybody else like that from Rise. I wasn't part of this, but because I was over here doing my thing. But yeah, I was rooting on all the T10s on my end, dude, and they apparently kicked your asses is what it was. So yeah, fuck around and find out, motherfuckers. That makes me happy, I'm not gonna lie, man. That makes me really happy, knowing that we were able to get one back on that one. And that was a coordinated effort for sure, man, because that was a bunch of T10s, that was a bunch of T9s, that was even some T8s going on in that one. So, and meanwhile, I was just sticking around here doing my thing or whatever. Then that actually all that was probably happening while I was doing my my last grandstand about a half hour ago or so. So actually, no, I'm sorry, it'll be about almost an hour ago now. But yeah, I should see what time that was sent here a minute ago. Let's see. Would have been under fuck. Trying to figure out where that would have been now. No, it wouldn't have been there. Huh. Now I'm trying to figure out where that actually came from. Oh yeah, never mind. It would have been in the thing here. Okay, so yeah, that would have been. Let's see. About 30 minutes ago, give or take, is when he sent that out to us. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, it was about probably like 40 minutes ago or so is when they finally took it out then. That's the thing, man. That's a war of attrition right there. And that was going on for probably at least a good hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, it really is just like, Jesus, dude. The thing that would be nice, though, is if they actually had the other region right now that's in this season region with us who would be able to help us out here, man. Because I know for a fact that some of their pay-to-wins on their region that are gold right now, they're the gold war pact right now, they actually have what it takes. If they went up, there was a couple of those people that if they went up single-handedly against Mr. Lorge, they could fuck that dude shit up, honestly, because they're even more pay to win than he is. So you could, or if nothing else, if they like tag team that dude, like they could zero his ass out, honestly, if they really wanted to. Or you would just have like 2 or 3 people attack his ass at once or whatever. Because even if you have a couple people that would be like backing him up that were T10s or whatever, it's like if they're gonna put their formations into his place or whatever there, into his town, like it wouldn't matter because their shit would just be fucked up too then. So yeah, needless to say, it would definitely be one of those things that where you'd want to have like coordinated attacks and coordinated efforts and stuff like that. And again, it kind of goes back to that's the one thing I do kind of like about this game though is that you have like coordinated efforts, and it's essentially coordinated attacking and like game theory and like various like war strategies and stuff like that. That's what it is then, because it does actually make better for. And maybe that's why they're having the people. Now I think about it, that could be a reason why. Actually, now I'm thinking about it offhand. When I mentioned earlier about why would China potentially be paying people to play the game, it might be that reasoning, honestly, because they would be having those dudes be like the drone pilot types or whatever for the future wars and shit against America and every other country for that matter. Like that would actually make total sense now. I'm thinking about it. So yeah, it could easily be something like that, honestly, where it would be some very sinister shit, and it would be having them people learn like various strategies against our country then. So, which would be very fucked up, but not surprising actually. And that's the sad part of it all, man. And I mean that seriously. Like that is the saddest part of all of it. Like, is we don't know. It's hard to tell, man. People be crazy. Yeah, the one thing that sucks about this game actually is, and this is something I realized a while ago, if you're gonna do the radio things every day for long ranges, to get to the 2,300 or get to the 2.3 million mark, or whatever, it takes, I think, 24 a day to get there. Or it takes a mix of like that. It's like maybe like 18 or something, and then like 2 of the keys for the scrapyard grabs. So yeah, it's just too much, man, is what it is, to get to that silver one then. So I'll end up being lucky when it's all said and done if I actually just make like top 200 then probably in some of these accounts, just because I can't afford to pay to win is what it is, man. It does suck too, because it's like you really want to get it. The thing right now too is that we got the limited time Laura long range transmission thing, which we can get that chick all the way down to 10 of them. It's a guaranteed thing of her fragments, for her gold fragments. And then they also have for the other ones you can get in the 10. It's her epic fragment vouchers, or it would be Shane, Billy, Zeke, Jared, or Boyd's advanced fragment vouchers, which are obviously very good, especially if you don't have any of those dudes. Up to 106, or no, it'd be 110 right now. If you don't have them all the way up to level 7 or whatever right now. Yeah, just getting those guys would be good, because it's like 15 of those, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's like 15 of Laura fragments usually for the epic ones, and then I think it's like 5 or 15 for the gold ones, because I've gotten both in this one before. So yeah, really good shit though. But anyway, I'm getting pretty tired. I probably should take a nap too before, or not nap, I should just sleep for several hours now, leading up to the fact that I'm going to have, in less than 12 hours, my thing will be dissipating off. So actually right now I just got 15 of the Laura fragments. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick screenshot of that, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And that was in 7 grabs right there. So hang on, got to get my paint on here. All right, let's see here. Screen share this real fast. Oh, no, that's not the one. Wrong one. Yeah, that was what I just got in 7 grabs, was the plus 15 on that, which is nice, because I think it might be enough to actually do what I need to do now for that. Let me go check that real quick. Let's see, 15 currently. What is my overall count for that chick right now? It is 20 of 30. So yeah, with 10 more of those, I can get her up to the thing. Let's do 10 right now then for that. Upgrade her to 2.3. Then it's another 30 for the next one, so I'll do the other 5 to get her up to 5 of 30. So we need 25 more at some point for that. And then, yeah, pretty much everything else is what it is right now. Actually, I think I'll do this screenshot as well, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, before we finish off today's episode, because I want to show you guys where my progress is at currently for this whole thing, of how much I need before I can get all the way to 100 and everything here for my main combat guys and stuff like that. So let's see here now. This is my main. Oh, sorry. Just realized I didn't grab the shit here. All right, grab that screenshot. Okay, now we come back in. Okay, now I can present that. This is my main account for what we have right now for everything. So, as of right now, I am 56 of 110 away from having Shane be able to break through to a 101/102. 0 of 110 for Rick. 30 of 110 for Morgan to get to 108. And then, like I said, with Mercer, the things that Shane, Rick, and Morgan have at the top, the gun and the body armor, his will be there eventually, but it'll be Laura that'll get those by the end of the season there, because it'll be Laura that'll be 100 then, and she'll have the other 2. And then eventually we're going to make Princess into hopefully a 92, and then above that then. Obviously, we got 16 of 110 for Abraham to get up to 102 and break through. With him, that's actually going to be pretty easy, I think, because when you look at every one of the seasons and stuff like that, as long as you go around and click on all the survivor camps and stuff like that for the free shit they have on top of them, whether it be various resources or whether it be Abraham fragments or rubies or whatever the case be, then you can get quite a bit of Abraham fragments and stuff like that, actually, which leads me to something I mentioned here earlier, actually, I think, which is basically I did a whole thing this season of Abraham related content, or not Abraham related content. I did a whole thing this season of everything that I collected throughout the season is what it was for season 5. And I'm going to go ahead and show that right now, actually. This is for all my different accounts of what I got here for the season from all these different survivor camps and stuff like that for the free shit. Now, granted, there was other things I didn't write down here because it was not necessary, because it was various like combat experience or the non-combat survivor experience, or it was like various like here's 750 water or 500 wood or whatever the case be, and it wasn't really a necessary thing. But this is basically all the stuff that's like you can't really buy is what it is, and or you can buy it, but it's like more expensive and stuff like that. So from my main account, I ended up getting 60 Abraham fragments. I got 112 long ranges. I end up pulling 4,382 rubies and 730 maps. These are old things I set up here, by the way. Those were expired codes now. So yeah, that was what I got from my main account for all that stuff. Secondary account, I got 47 frags for Abraham, 105 long ranges, 4,093 rubies, and 860 maps. And then for the open account, I ended up getting 48 fragments for Abraham, 87 long ranges, which is probably why my stuff is so low right now comparing to the other ones where I had 112 and 105 respectively, and I got 87 in the third one there. So yeah, I'm like almost 20 down from the others. Then is what it is. And then I got 4,316 rubies and 600 maps. So, and that was all the stuff that's like worth talking about, because those are the ones you can actually get off that then. it's always like one long range off of the things, or it's like, a couple hundred rubies or something like that. I think the most you can get usually is about 100 or something at most, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But usually it's like 50 or 60 here and there, or like maybe 75 or 80 or something, or it's like 12 or 15 even for that matter. And then it's always one Abraham fragment, and then it's always 10 maps then. So it's like, yeah, you had, you think now 10, 20, 30. Yeah, so that'd be 60 of the survivor camps were filled with maps, and on that one for that particular one. So, which makes sense, honestly. And it's a whole thing, though, is what it is. Because they always, that's the thing, too. It's not like every single one of them is the exact same thing. You're going to get the exact same thing with every single account. It's always going to be a little bit different here and there. That's why I had less long ranges in my third account than I did with my first two accounts and stuff like that. And even in my second account, I had less long ranges than I did with my first account there. So, but yeah, needless to say, I was able to get my Abraham all the way to 100 now, and it's basically just breaking through it now, and I need like another 100 or so, almost 100 fragments there to do that. But if I can continue to get a bunch of Abe fragments in this coming season, in the next season here, in the next 40 something days, or just something 50 something days, then it would be better off then, because then I could actually get my stuff done, and I wouldn't have to rely on other things like that. Because that's the one big difference between Abraham and everybody else. Then you can pull Abe frags out of things. You cannot pull Rosita frags or Holly frags out of the missions and stuff like that for the scavenger freebies. It's only Abraham fragments. So the only good thing they did, honestly, with this season was they redid Abraham fragments as well as Rescue Rick fragments, for that matter, where instead of them just being the regular ones where it was just giving you regular, just, oh, here's, one more fragment or whatever for like the regular guy or whatever, if you have more than what it needs to be, then like you're already to 100 or whatever, it just fucks you over then, versus now, as long as you have the fragment boxes, you can choose if you want the regular or the advanced fragment. So it's awesome that way, because it's like, no, I'm going to go ahead and grab these advanced fragments then. And it's like, oh, hey, cool. Now I get, 30 or 40 advanced fragments then. Okay, that's one more step towards that thing then. And if nothing else, then you go and you use the, you do the knife events and stuff like that now, and you do the easiest one on that. And it's guaranteed you're getting 5 fragments every single ticket then for that, as long as you don't fuck up, is what it is. Which is really hard. It's really not that hard not to fuck up with what it is. It's just, again, it's very easy to finish those off. And honestly, if there's one thing I realize now that I didn't realize before, and it was when they changed those over, because it used to be you would do, it was like easy, and then it was like the normal one, and then it was like everything else above that. It would upgrade to different things, because it used to be, it was just the bottom one was like Shane, Rick Morgan, or sorry, Shane, Militia Rick, Arid Shane, Militia Rick Morgan, and then it was Holly Rosita Abraham for the second one, and then it was I think at some point they did the Whisperers, and they did Mercer's set of people in there, so it'd be like him and Princess and stuff like that. And then eventually what it was is that they just did a fragment of everybody, that you could do it for any of the 12 of them, is what it is. And that's when it basically led to that. And I didn't realize that the one knife event, like 2 or 3 knife events ago, that it had changed over there, because I was still trying to do it like all the way up, is what it was, not realizing that in the long run you're actually getting fucked over, because yes, you're getting, as long as you're completing them or whatever, you're actually getting more minute/hour speed up things or whatever. Like instead of it being like 100 minutes of speed ups or whatever, that'd be like an hour and a half or so. You're getting like 225 or what, or even more than that, like 300 something or whatever then. But the thing is, you're actually getting less fragments in the long run, because what you end up doing is, on both the first and the second ones, you're only getting 5 fragments a piece for completing either one of those. And one of them, it costs 1 ticket, and the second one, it costs 2 tickets. So you're actually getting less fragmentation for more ticket money. And that's a no-go. And especially when you're talking about if you're actually paying in rubies and stuff like that, you can actually do it better that way, because then you can sit there and spend, X amount of rubies and stuff. And whether it be, 500 rubies here or whatever for another ticket or something, or maybe like, overall you're spending like 5,000 or whatever for that event for the day or something like that. And you're getting another, 10 tickets or whatever, then you can actually have a better overall experience, because you potentially are getting anywhere from another, 5 ticket or another 5 fragments for that 1 ticket to potentially another 50 fragments if you do all 10 tickets then. And that's how you actually get ahead in that game, and you're able to get more fragmentation and stuff like that. and you're actually able to level out more. And that's another thing that the problem with this game is that it, again, pays the pay-to-win people more money in the long run because they're able to have the rubies that they need to then have the excess ruby stuff to go spend on extra tickets and stuff like that and become like the higher people and stuff like that, which to me I think is kind of wrong, honestly, because again, it's like you're basically shitting on people who refuse to put money in your game is what it is, dude. When the reality, the entire point of the game is it should be free to play for everybody anyway, and not have to be able to pay a dime into it to be able to get, much more powerful and stuff like that. And that's unfortunate that's not that way. Which unfortunately it's like that with every game though, because it's always going to be, who has the bigger pocketbook kind of thing, whatever the case be, who has the bigger, credit card, who has a, black Amex or whatever, then who can just sit there and pay and pay and pay and pay and pay. So yeah, it just sucks ass. It really does, dude. The only thing I'm happy about is that I haven't paid a dime for this game. Obviously, my boy Jordan, he did pay for me to get to this new place. But again, that was not me paying. That was him putting gold into my accounts and those accounts for that, $5 here and another $20 there is what it was. And giving me the money I needed to actually get there is what it was then, which was nice of him because I wasn't the only one who did that for. He did it for a couple other people too, by the way. He did it for at least, I think, like 3 or 4 other people then because they couldn't afford the money to get out either. And yeah, I don't know where I would be at right now in this game if I could not afford to get the hell out of that original region there, dude, because I know for a fact I would have already been kicked out of that clan because I would have been like, hey, I'm not going to be forced to put up shields every fucking day of the week. I'm going to go over here and do my own thing on season 1 region or whatever the case be. And they're going to be, and they would all be like, well, fuck you then. You're out of the clan. And then it would be me being clanless or me, joining up on the lesser clans and maybe being able to do my own thing over there. Then if that be the case. So, which honestly, if I knew for a fact I was not going to be in any other clan or whatever, then what I would do actually is I would have, basically made like a 3-man clan. Like if this had been what happened if I was actually stuck in there with all my accounts and stuff like that in the original season, in the original region, I would have basically just done a 3-man clan then of my accounts and whoever else wanted to join us after that or whatever then. And what we would do is we would just go after like one of the lowest like level 1 things or whatever and just build our shit towards that is what it would be then. And have like 1 occupation is what it would be then for that stuff for the season. And be able to get X amount of money off of it or whatever then. And, just do our own thing as it will be for like the next 60 days or so or something then. So, anyway. Yeah, it just sucks, man. It really does. And it really does suck for the people that are in there right now that are stuck for the next 30-something days until they can get to us. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But I know for a fact people I'm going to talk to on this current region I'm on that I've been with forever in this game since a year ago is what it is now, a little over a year now actually in some cases. I know they wouldn't boot me out because they would need me in the long run is what it is. And then the thing is they know for a fact that I would come back in every day is what it is. It's just I'm not going to sit there and spend fucking 3 shields every day to get here for like 11 days and then it's like I'm not going to be anywhere for 22 days or whatever. Then it's like no, I'm going to sit there and spend maybe a shield or 2 at most a day. And I'll be there for, X amount of time or whatever the case be. I'll have an alarm set and I'll be like, sorry guys, got to dip out for the rest of the day or whatever. Can't, be here shieldless is what it is. And if they have a problem with that, it's whatever then. But honestly, like, I don't think it'll be an issue is what it is, dude, because I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has to do this kind of stuff what it is then. And yet, meanwhile, I'll just tell them in fact, I'll be straight up with a lot of them. Be like, hey, if you guys want to pay for me to get these rubies and stuff like that, that's cool, bro, because then I can just be here for the rest of the season then. 3-day shields is what it is then. But, yeah, unless they're going to do something like that, like, it's going to be a no-go for me, So, I'm sure one of them may actually, but I don't think they do it, like, multiple times is what it is. So it'd be like, we'll do it for you, but not for these other 2 or whatever. And it's like, that's fine, but they're going to be over on the other region then for the rest of the time then, dude. Don't kick them out either. So, and like I said, I'll bring them back for like an 8-hour shot here is what it is every day or something then maybe. So anyway, yeah. I wish there was, like I said, I wish there was a lot more ways in this game that I could actually get stuff easier and it wouldn't be, and actually for that matter, everybody for that matter in the game get stuff easier without actually having to pay a bunch of money out. Because that's the thing. It shouldn't cost you 450 rubies for an 8-hour shield, man, from the lone trader. It should be like 100, maybe 2 at most. So, it should legitimately be like maybe half of what it is right there. So instead of being like 450, it should be like 225 or something at most. Which I would go as far as to say it should be a flat 200 at most, honestly. Maybe even like a 1 to 150 or something like that. So anyway. And if nothing else, like just don't bring them up more than like once a week or something. Then, if that be the case, and you can get like 3 or 4 a week for that much money, but it's like every other time of the week you're not gonna be able to get anything. Is what it is then. Because if that be the case, people knew that, then they would know they would have at least one. They would know they'd have at least like a chance at like maybe like 4 8-hour shields for like 400 rubies or something like that. So it'd be like a day and 8 hours or something worth of shit for like that week, and then just nothing after that. Then, so. But anyway, going back to what I was saying though here, with my main account there for the overall stuff right now. So I'm very close to a lot of stuff right now, honestly. In this, I need 60 more frags to get Alpha up to 100, but the problem is we got Lydia at 92 and not even halfway there, and then Beta's at 90, which he's the one I've pulled the least out of that set of stuff there. Whereas Lydia and Alpha, I both pulled a bunch of them, is what it was, out of their respective thing there. And then, yeah, Mercer is going to be 100 at some point. Laura is going to be 100 at some point. And then it would be, Princess and Rosita and Holly would be the ones that would also be like in jeopardy right now of like not being able to get there very much. Because it would be, as of right now, I need 80 more frags to get Rosita up to 94. I would need 90 to get Princess up to 92, 90 to get Holly up to 92, 68 to get Lydia up to 94, and then 90 to get Beta up to 92 then. So, and that's without even doing anything to break through or anything like that. So, I don't know, man. It just sucks. And like I said, what might end up happening is, because obviously the Mercer, Laura, Princess trio is in my second slot right now. I'm either going to bring Abraham up, put him in Mercer's slot in the first one to give more power to them or whatever, or maybe put Abraham in the second slot there and have Mercer be on the front slot or whatever, and have Abraham basically be sitting in middle. And then we would put Princess most likely in the where Abraham's slot is right now on the first one of the three, and go from there. Because honestly, we don't really have much of anybody else to do anything with. I mean, technically, we could, honestly, if we really wanted to, we could actually take out Princess entirely, and we could probably take Governor and put him in here then. And, yeah, because right now I have, where's my thing at right now? Yeah, if I really wanted to, I could take out them and put in Governor right now, because Governor is level 69 currently, but that's the problem right now. I could basically level him to level 70, and then it becomes a whole thing from there. Yeah, right now I got level 74 Pamela, level 69 Governor, and level 69 Negan, which I have enough gold medals right now to level up Negan and Governor to 70 if I really wanted to, and I think the same thing with Pamela to 75 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's pretty much where they'd be sitting at then. And then everybody else would be way lower than that, or it would be putting like Epic Shane into that thing. I don't think that's a good idea, honestly. I'd rather have more like a 70 Governor or something like that than that. But yeah, like if that's if I wanted to do something where it would be like a lead for the thing, it would be like the All Fighters Health or whatever then. Versus if I just want to put Princess in there, because she potentially would do her ability, I believe still, which would be All Fighters Defense at +9. And then would have Rosita with a plus 9.6% attack increase, and Holly with a plus 7.5 health fighters increase on that. So, yeah, because right now Abraham is given a plus 12% fighter increase. So, oh, what the hell? Oh, all of our shit apparently just got finished doing stuff then. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and as soon as Abraham gets back here in 7 seconds, I'm going to figure out exactly where things are going then. Okay, because right now, let's see, 2.25, 20, it's 2,225,000 for that crowd overall. And then if we take, let's see, if we put governor in that place, we would actually go down to 1.9 mil for where he's at right now. If we took princess and replaced her with governor, we would be at 2.1 million power level there, which I think she's still giving power stuff and whatnot, so that's fine. And then if we replaced, what's his name over there, it'd be 2.566 million, which I don't know how much more that would actually be right now. I need to go check that out really quick. Yeah, so it would be 2.444 million with Princess and the Mercer crew there. And if I replaced her with Abraham, it becomes 2.566 million. So it's like 100,000 some change he adds to it then. And then I think he would actually be better in that first slot now that I'm thinking about it. So put Mercer in the second slot. It's still the same amount, but it would be, I think, overall maybe more powerful to some extent. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. But either way, it would be slightly more powerful for sure, though. And then my final account, I think, is like the Whisperers one is only like right around 2 million right now. So but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much where we're at right now. No, I'm gonna go ahead and try and do this again. I don't think it's gonna pop up though. Nope, still framing my face. I don't get that, man. What the fuck is with you, StreamYard? Like, why won't you let me stream this fucking game anymore? It's stupid, man. It really is. But anyway, so yeah, basically that's where we're at for my main account there and stuff. And then obviously the second and third accounts are a little bit weaker is what it is there. I just finally got Shane all the way up to 100 the other day. And then ironically there, in my second account, we actually have Mercer at level 100 already. And then both Princess and Laura at 90. And then Alpha, Beta, or Alpha is 92, Beta, Lydia is 90 in the network account. And then Abraham is 96. And then Rosita and Holly in that account are both 90s. And then in my open account, we have, let's jump over there real quick. We have Rick, Militia Rick is almost at time to break in because we got 21 frags left right now to knock him into 102. And then he would be 102 after that. And so would Morgan, then Shane would be level 100 still. And then in that particular account, we have 96 Princess, a 92 Abraham, a 90 Rosita, a level 94 Alpha, a level 92 Beta, a level 90 Lydia, a level 94 Holly, a level 92 Mercer, and a level 90 Laura. So I'm not sure which one of those will get the majority of the frags for this coming season. Then I'm thinking, honestly, maybe it'll be given like 80 fragments to Alpha at the end of the season and having her potentially have up to 96 or something like that, maybe. Or it could actually be maybe trying to get Princess up to 98 then, which is ironic. So that I'd have that in this third account, and then I'd have like the other one that's not even 92 yet in my main account. But yeah, the irony is not lost on me, ladies and gentlemen. It really isn't. And I never thought I'd be here for an hour and a half, by the way, talking about this. But here we are. So, you know, it's fun though. It's fun to strategize. It's fun to game and stuff like that. So, and it's really fun to know that even if I wasn't part of the overall ass beating to those motherfuckers, that the rest of the clan got it done. So, good job, everybody. They took our base, we take their base. They declare war on us, we declare war on them. And it's as simple as that, really. So, yeah. We'll pretty much be at war for the rest of the time or whatever then. But anyway. And it may end up being something, too, where what happens in the next day or so here is it may be me just saying, hey, I'm going to go over here and do this thing or whatever right now, and just straight up tell them before that, be like, you know, got to be off for X amount of hours or something like that, which I may end up doing actually today, because what I'm thinking about doing actually is waiting, like having my shield expire here in like the next 11 hours or so, give or take, because it'll be right around 4 o'clock today is what it is, 4 p.m., which would be about 4 hours before the overall thing for the reset. And then what I may end up doing is I may end up just telling everybody straight up, be like, hey, you know, come reset or come 4 hours before reset, then I'm going to have to jump out of here and, you know, somebody's got to ready to take my spot is what it is then. Because I really don't want to blow another shield is what it is. And then just come back at reset then is what it is then or something. Which I may end up just informing people of that right now, actually, if that be the case. And be like, hey, here's the deal. I got this much time left on this day shield or whatever. And it's like, don't really want to spend one right before reset, especially when I'm going, because my plan right now actually is when we would have reset happen here, like maybe like 5 minutes after it or something like that, I would jump back in into my main account and I would immediately buy a 3-day shield is what it would be then. And then that way I'd have a shield for like the next 3 days is what it would be then. And then for the other accounts, I'd probably just come back in and then just pop an 8-hour shield up or something then if that be the case then. So what would end up happening is you'd have 2 of my accounts after the 8 hours probably go back to the season region or whatever, or back to our main region, our home region. And then my main account just stays there for the next 3 days, it'll be then. So, and straight up tell everybody that then. But anyway, well, not everybody, I should say. I would just tell my my leadership that if that be the case then, and be like, unless you guys like really need me in those other 2 accounts or something like that, like I could jump in here and like, you know, hit and run basically is what it would be then. So, and that might be the way to do it actually, like just have them be like sniper attackers or something like that, because they're strong enough right now actually where they, depending on who they're hitting, if as long as they're not hitting like T10s or whatever the case be, like if they're just hitting like a T8 or a T9 or whatever, dude, like they could easily come in there, jump in there right where that person's at, fucking level off their ass with like 1 or 2 formation hits or whatever, and then basically just like run up forward is what it is after that then in like 20 seconds or whatever then. So before anybody got to me is what it would be then. But anyway, I don't know. It depends. It depends. Just strategizing right now out loud. So probably shouldn't talk about this actually any longer, because who knows who might be listening to this later on if that be the case then. That being said, y'all don't know well I was gonna say, do y'all know what the fuck I am now? I'm trying to think about it right now. Like, did I show enough information in this game that you would actually know what my accounts are right now? Well, no, I guess technically I did show enough information on that earlier on, so you know. I don't think you know what region I'm in though, so it doesn't really matter what it is, man. But I don't think I mentioned that anyway in this episode. Maybe I did. Who knows? I don't care, honestly, either way. But yeah, needless to say, it is what it is. I doubt people are watching these is what it is. If they are, it's maybe like a minute or 2 here and there. It's not going to be an hour and a half to go fucking be like, oh yeah, this is the guy from that region. He totally told us what was up now. It's like, no, I didn't tell you shit actually. I was telling you about my own thing, man. So, But anyway, I assume we'll probably end up 3 at the end of the season. If we don't end up 3rd, I assume it'll be maybe 2nd then, at most. Because I think that's what it is right now. We're basically fighting this other clan currently that technically was 2nd right now. And I don't know. I don't think we're in 2nd right now after destroying that base. Let me check, though, just to make sure on that one, because we might be, actually, if we were able to destroy that base. If we are, that'd be interesting. I don't think we are, though, so... Yeah, let me just check on that really quick now. Let's see. Season. Nope, we're still in 3rd by about 30,500 overall experience stuff or whatever then. Yeah, it's whatever, man. It sucks, but it is whatever. That being said, if I continue to get to where I'm at right now, and I'm about to hit the 10 million milestone, I could hopefully get to 20 million before this is over in the next 30 days or so with building expansions and shit. I can actually get my merit up a lot. And the merit thing here, if I'm able to keep that on 101 to, or wait, am I 100? Yeah, I'm 1. Okay, so yeah, I'm 10. Yeah, I'd be in 101 to 200 then. If I keep that there, I would get another 22 fragments right there for that. Universal fragments. So that would be 22 there. Our overall thing for rewards for our clan would be another 54 universal fragments. That's 76 right there. And then if I can maintain top 100 status on the individual stuff, let's see, 54, 22, 70, 76. And then if I can maintain this, I would get another 30, so that'd be 106 on that. And then coalition, we would be taking 3rd. So we would get another 23 there, potentially. So that would be 129. And then Warpact would just get a few keys. So yeah, we pretty much end up with a potentially 129 fragments if I can maintain where I'm at right now in this game for the overall stuff, which is not bad because that's 129 would be enough for basically a single level up of somebody and then like a 1/3 of one for somebody else then, more or less. So, and if that be the case, then I think I could probably get Governor up at least 1 level on these in most cases. Like I know at least a couple of those would be used for that main one, which would be 3.3, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or 3.4, whichever would be then. Because I can't remember if it's a 3.2 or a 3.3 right now. And then the rest of them would be for the other ones then. So, ooh. God damn, dude. Why are you 10 minutes away from me, motherfucker? Join us. Jesus. I'm gonna go send this fucking guy. Because if he joins us, I'll actually send my formations to go help his ass and be able to get some stuff done here, is what it is. I'm not going to be like fucking 10 minutes away from me, buddy. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, where is she at right now? Come join us over here. Yeah, if he actually joins us over here, then I'll join his shit. Not until then, because I'm not going to spend 10 fucking minutes getting to his ass. One way, that's just stupid. But anyway, yeah, actually, if I could get that many frags, I'd have enough for Rick to get him up to 102 for sure. And then I would have enough after that to do most likely Alpha all the way up, or I could do Princess all the way up to 98 then, I think. Pretty sure that would be enough there. So that would probably be worth it there. Actually, let me think about that now, because I'm trying to remember where my overall stuff is at right now in this game. Let's see, I got 5 Princess fragments. Okay, so nothing. There's really nothing much. Actually, technically, Laura's the most of everybody in that clan, or in that not clan, that group people is what it is for her Mercer and Princess, because she has 30 already in her books from various stuff that I have gotten over the last few months or whatever here. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm thinking maybe Alpha, honestly, because Alpha would be a 4-3 then, and then you'd have Rick be a 5-1. Technically, I could do well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember now, because the thing about that is I'm like thinking about like who I'd want to do anything to versus like who's actually can get shit on a regular basis is what it is. Because technically, when we do, what is it? The God, I'm trying to think of the fuck they're called now. When we do the Rescue Rick events, when you get to like, I forget how many of it is that you do, it's like 4 or 5 of them, whatever. You can get on each levelation some fragments for the Rick, Shane, Morgan combo. So it might just be me just not even doing anything for Rick on that one and just wait until those come around and then getting enough for that then. And then maybe using a couple universal fragments elsewhere or something than that maybe. And going from there. And then it would basically be 150 something to everybody else then. So it'd be, if that be the case, and we have almost, because that would be 80 for Alpha. And then we got, technically we could do 80 for Alpha and like another 80 for, or close to 80 for Lydia. Because that would be 160 on those. And I think I said, what, 130 something, 120 something. So it'd be, potentially I could level out one of those two, probably Alpha most likely, that gets 96. And then like 2/3 Lydia maybe to like 60 something ish or something like that, maybe, or like 50 something ish maybe. And then potentially she maybe gets a grab at some point here and she can actually level herself up the rest of the way then from the overall dailies then. So yeah, that sounds about right, honestly. Sounds like a good plan right there on that, honestly. And then meanwhile, we just got like low level Pamela at 15 right now on this account. She's a 2-1. Needs 10 more to go. Which I can get another 5 here in the next few hours with her ass. As long as I can get my my Sunday thing all the way to 20 million for that. And then would be able to get 5 more Pamelas then. So yeah, that's going to be about 2 hours and 40 minutes from now, give or take. That dude got back to me. He's like, okay, cool. So I think he's going to come over here now, is what it is. It's like, yeah, dude, come join us where we need to be. Not in like crazy man territory or whatever. So, anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to give the heads up then to. Are we doing a building? No, it's not built yet. Okay, we're just building one thing then apparently right now. Because I was thinking about, I'm like, wait a minute, are we building right now or not? It seems kind of weird. Yeah, unfortunately, with all the things happening today, we had all of our T10s basically leave us, except for like 1. Or no, sorry, it was like 2 actually. But yeah, it was legitimately like all the power players that were in this clan previously, they all left our asses because they all went to the main one like a few hours ago to do that whole thing. which makes sense. You would want to have all your, heavy hitters and stuff like that over there for the time being. Just to make sure, like, hey, if you're going to be a defense or whatever, like, this is where your defense is, and that way you can have your shit, like, right there in their face is what it is then. So, but yeah, you had a coalition announcement. At war. After weighing all pros and cons, your coalition's first captain has declared war on this other region. Ready your formation for battle. And that was like 5 hours ago or something. And like I said, you got the other guy tell us being like, hey, we're going to do this a couple of days now. Which I assume that we'll do the current stuff currently for Whisperers event here, since we got about 14 hours left in that right now. Hopefully we can do those in the next like 10 hours or something, or 12 hours, whatever it is then. Which it looks like we just missing out on the level 5 one, so we basically do a level 4 guy then. Yeah, we're about 30,000 from level 5 right now, because like almost nobody did Whisperers here is what it is, which makes sense. Because the thing that pisses me off too, by the way, if I had known that we were going to do what we did here, I wouldn't have done my ones the way I did, because everybody keeps telling me, they're like, oh, you need to do the hell ones now and stuff. And it's like, bro, I cannot carry any of those by myself. You all have to be here doing T10 shit for me to carry those motherfuckers. Whereas if I had done like Nightmare, or if I had done even like a difficult one or whatever, I could have got either almost all that shit done by myself, or I could have got like all of it done by myself is what it is. Because the difficult ones, I could get it all done by myself actually with just my own 3-man crew is what it is. Versus if it was the Nightmare one, I could get like about half of it done, give or take, with everybody. So, but yeah, I would have had enough to actually get us to 5 then. But unfortunately, I don't, because people are going to be stupid, is what it is. Such a pain in the dick, man, I'll tell you what. But anyway. Alright, I'm going to jump off here, I think, then. And go figure out what's going on, then. And see what everybody is up to. And then go from there is what it is. Cool. Sounds like we're doing stuff here then later on. That's kind of sad and pathetic at the same time, actually. The one chick's advice to us earlier when they were beating the fuck out of that thing was like, oh, when you see that one douchebag's big ass pay-to-win trucks leave the base, just hit like fucking crazy and hit there like 1 second basically so you can get hits in. I mean, she's not wrong, is what it is, dude, because that's the problem. You have that dude being such a fucking pay-to-win that it's like you just don't have any ability to do anything with that asshole in number 1 slot is what it is. So yeah, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, 6 people. 6 clans that we're against, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Yeah, we got 6 clans that are against us and 6 clans that are with us. And sadly, we only have 5 clans among our coalitions, so for our war pact. Hopefully we can get another one going at some point here if we can get enough people in this damn game. Honestly, I would even say if there's people out there that want to like pay to win after this season or whatever. Actually, that's one thing I'm kind of hoping for, is that we can actually finagle some people over to our season after this, or to our region after this season is what it is. We can just have a much stronger war pack then. Because even our main ones right now, like we should have 100 of 100 in every single one of those 3, and we don't, which is sad. Like when you have like 90 something people in every single one of them, it's like that's all good and well and all, man. But like we should legit at this point in any season have 100 fucking people in every single one of these. And it should be 100, 100, 100, and then we should have a second one that has like damn close to that is what it is. Then at least I would say like 50 or 60 each one of those if that be the case. Then so it should be like 2, 3. Yeah, it should be at least like 450 active people, 450 active people in every single one of our in our region right now. That's all part of us. And the crazy part is this is what's even crazier to me, honestly. So you can only have one war pact, yet there are some people who are part of our region currently who are not part of any of the main 5 clans. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I don't even care if you're online like once every week or something like that, dude. Like, you should be joining us. Like, help upgrade our shit then, you know? Even if there's only like 10 people in that one clan or whatever the case be, it's going to be a hell of a lot more than what y'all got over there, I'm sure. If nothing else, like if you got like 5 or 10 people over there, then bring them all over here, man, and help us get fucking stronger is what it is for the future, then. Become part of the family, people, seriously. Become part of the future war pact is what it is, and we can make you stronger. Would you like to know more? I figure that's the best way to end today's stream, actually. We're just going like full Starship Troopers is what it is. That's a great movie, by the way. It's 100% if you go back and look at that movie, though, there is like a lot of cheesy shit in that, and it is all 100%, no matter what, man, some war propaganda film for sure. Because it's like, oh, would you like to be a citizen to have voting rights? Oh, would you like to know more? And like stuff like that, and be like, what was it? Military service guarantees citizenship or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. So I couldn't imagine living in a world like that, honestly. Then again, do I really think we'd be facing off against giant bugs in our current universe? Maybe even. Who the fuck knows, man? There could be something out there in another galaxy that's heading towards us. Who the hell knows? I mean, hell, we know. What's crazy is we actually know less about our own galaxy than we know about the moon. And we know more about the moon than we know about our own oceans here. Like, that's what's wild, right? Like, obviously, I know it's supposed to be a gaming chat, but, like, I figure I'd just branch off at the end here is what it is. Because it is kind of crazy to think about that. And then instead we all go do forever wars and never replace is what it is, man. So it's kind of stupid to me, honestly. But anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at for the day. I'm going to go do some messages with people about some stuff and then probably go to sleep for a while, what it is, a couple hours anyway, and then get up later and then do all this shit over again in like 2.5 to 3 hours when I finish off some stuff there and then take another nap and then wake up around like 3:30 or so and do things there. So. Nice. Let me join you, sir. Since I told you I would. Guy finally came over to us and he's like 30 seconds from me right now. So, let's see. Do that one, do 100. I should be able to beat this all the way is what it is. Nothing else. Like another chick that jumped on here second is going to definitely be able to take at least one of them out. So it shouldn't really matter. No, that's not that one. Okay. So we should be able to beat that that thing then. Whenever the rest of my guys get there, which would be about 30 seconds from now. So anyway, I really wish I could screen share. I really do. I really wish I could literally hit the fucking thing, considering that I'm in the game right now, playing the game right now. And yet every time I hit present to try to screen share, it literally takes that TWDS or TWD survivors, but yet brings up these crazy ass still frames of me instead of actually bringing up the game. Like, I don't know what the fucking deal is there. It's just very, very odd. And it's very irritating too, by the way. So, damn frustrating, man. I'll tell you that much. Oh, fucking come on, buddy. Really, dude? You fucking dumbass. So I told that guy to come join us where we were at instead of going like 10 minutes to his ass, not realizing that this motherfucker's thing is like 12 minutes away from us right now. Jesus Christ. So it's going to take me like 25 minutes to get my formation back. You fucking asshole. Jesus Christ, dude. If I had known that, man, fuck. I wouldn't have done it, obviously. But anyway. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to do the rest of my stuff right now while I'm just sitting here dicking around then. Man, that's annoying as hell. I didn't realize that one. Jesus. Yeah, I feel like that's the problem when you got these people that are in there that are like the T8 types or whatever that don't understand, like, hey, buddy, this is where we're going to be at. It's in all the coalition chats and stuff. Just open up one of them and click on that motherfucking base and hit it, and it'll take you to us. But they don't want to do that, is what it is. They really just fuck off, is what it is then. So, damn, that's irritating. It's like knowing that we're going to be there, but we're not going to be there. And now it's like, how much time I got left right now? Yeah, 10 minutes right now until we get to the rally target, which we're going to hit, obviously. We're going to nail and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, it's still going to take like 12 minutes to get back here. Now, granted, that being said, I do have a speed up, which I'll do that in half, but still it's going to be 6 minutes after that then. So, just stupid. Very, very dumb. Anyway. Hopefully this dude will actually be able to do like the other, what was it, 30,000 I said we needed, or what was it? I'm trying to remember now. Let's see. No, it'd be like, no, yeah, it'd be like 23,000, I think. Let's see. 4,977,220. So yeah, it'd be like 23-ish thousand almost that we need to get there for that to unlock the next one then before 6. So hopefully we can do that, and then we can unlock that motherfucker after that, and we can do that in the next 12 hours then. But who knows? Nothing else. I'm sure we'll unlock something there. And hopefully people will just say, hey, you know what? We're not going to do anything good in this game anyway, so fuck it. Now, don't even bother wasting the 500 rubies then, because if they give me that, go ahead. I'd be like, okay, cool. We don't need to waste 500 rubies then. And I can hopefully spend like 1,000 later on then, at some point down the line, for getting shit done. That's what it is. So, anyway. If nothing else, I can get, something to like another fucking thing is what it is then. But anyway. I'm not looking forward to spending 2,500 right now from my main account to get 3 days on there, but I mean, if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. So, it's just one of those things, man. Cost of doing business, I guess is what I call it at that point. But anyway. So, for those interested in what I'm doing right now, I'm actually doing a bunch of clicking because I'm trying to get all my stuff done in the next 20 minutes or so for my world events here, which in a couple hours, these armed survivors will be good to have to add to my overall count and hopefully get me the 20 million I need to get then too for the Pamela for eggs that I would need to get then. Because if I can't get those, then it's going to be a real pain in the ass, and it's going to take me even longer to get her upgraded and stuff like that. Which that's the one thing that does suck about this game is like, yeah, you can get Pamela fragments, but it's like And this is another thing that pisses me off though too, is you go from being, so it's, if you're at level 25 right now for the town hall, it is 400k, 2.3 million, and 5 million respectively for the overall chests and stuff like that. So to get your gold chest is 5 million, and then from there it jumps to 12 million, and you get a single Pamela fragment, and that's it. That's all you get for the 12 million. So you're spending 7 million whatever to get to experience, whatever the case be, like jumping through dogs or whatever it is there for the animal train stuff, to get a single Pamela fragment. And even in these Sunday ones right now that we're in currently, you got to go to 20 million from 5 to get one Pamela fragment at 12 mil and another 4 at the 20 mil. Where in reality, it should just be, okay, here's a 15 mil thing in the middle or whatever the case be, and that's all 5 of them right there, dude. And then, if you can get to like 30, 40 mil, whatever the case be, here's another 10. That's how it should be, honestly. Like, you shouldn't just be holding us hostage like that, man. So, because, yeah, it takes fucking forever to get her ass is what it is. It's just a pain in the dick in general. So, yeah, let's see. We're about 6 minutes away right now. Because this fucking guy's a fucking idiot. He's not using a speed up is what it is. Even though he got like 20 of them the other day for being a part of our coalition, for God's sakes, dude. Dumbass. That's the problem with these people. Actually, the real problem with a lot of these people is, it's like, bro, you are fucking T8 and it is season 5, dude. You should be at least T9 by now. Or damn close to it anyway. Like, the amount that this is the one thing that really does piss me off about this game. It's like, like in this new region, it's like there are so many fucking people in this region right now that are T8s. And it's like, how the fuck are you still a T8 in season 5? Like, unless you just started playing like 2 seasons ago or something, like I can see that maybe if you explain that to us or whatever, like that would make sense. But if you have been playing for like a year or something now, dude, consistently, there is no fucking way that you should still be T8. You should be at least damn near T9, or at least like a mix between like T8 and T9 then, where you like just broke into T9 or whatever. You're now getting the shit together for T9 or whatever. Then it's just taking forever to get all your troops built up or whatever. Then, like that, I could actually see, right? But yeah, to sit there and be a T8 currently, and it's like it seems like half the region too, for fuck's sakes. And it's like, Jesus Christ, guys, what the hell have you been doing for the last 3 seasons that we weren't here? Is what it is. Or not even last 4 seasons, for God's sakes, that we weren't here for. And it sounds like a lot of nothing in many cases. So, I don't know. Hopefully we can all get better by then, is what it is, man. We can all get together and do stuff, is what it is then. If I had realized it actually when I was doing all my stuff with all my other things in this game, when it came to all my flasks and stuff over to the 50% thing for everybody there, I would have actually had most of those at 0% right now, or damn close to 0%, and had my main one here up to 100% already is what it would have been. So, because unfortunately that's what we need to have right now. We just need to have that one all the way up is what it is, instead of at 90%, and having to spend like, I think it's probably like 7,000 or 8,000 more fragments to get there is what it'd be. So I'm trying to think now. So it'd be 5 per thing, and I think there's at least like, I know 275 is one of them. I think it's like 300 is after that then. So it's like 3 something ish, no 300 something ish. So yeah, it's probably like around 1,500 give or take by the time it's all said and done. And then that would be for 2 of those. So it'd be like probably like 7,000-8,000 fragments by the time it's all said and done then. So anyway. And we got a turtle in the house. I figured that would happen eventually. Probably getting up for the morning stroll around the neighborhood is my guess there. Oh, we finally beat that dude. Nice. We finally beat the guy. Oh, let's see. I ranked 12th in events there. We got 250 fragments for that one. Yep, makes sense. Bunch of shit, man. When I was number 1 to begin with, about 3.5 hours ago. And that's the thing too, by the way, like the way that they down the prize amounts and stuff in this game, where you go from like a bunch in number 1 to like Pamela's to like nothing by the time you're like 10, and then nothing at all when you're like 11 through 20. It's a bunch of crap, man. It really is. Again, just a way to fuck over pay to wins that play these games and award the pay to win people like crazy. Which really does suck, man. Because it's like, how am I supposed to get ahead if I can't afford to pay money, you know? Oh, yeah, that's right, I'm not. And that's kind of what it is, honestly. It's kind of like a kick you in the face kind of deal there. Man, this is some bullshit. I just had 2 rolls in a row in the supply runner game that gave me 1 apiece for movements. That is some straight bullshit right there. All right. Well, that one's done for the day. I wish they would. That's another thing too. I wish they'd bring back, because it seems like they one of the updates they did recently in this game, right before one of the supply runner events, they did away with the blue armor stuff in the last levelation of that, and then it became something with like decoration stuff or whatever, which was absolute bullshit in of itself, because those decoration things are not really worth it at all, man. That being said, I did use quite a few of them to actually level up a bunch of stuff recently, but then again, you had to, because you have to use those to do that shit, which is a bunch of BS as well. So, anyway. Let's see if I can get 2 more frags. Nope. Son of a bitch. But I did get 215 minutes of research speed ups, so that works out well for that one. Because that takes me down to less than a day and a half right now. Actually, I'm trying to figure that out now, if I can do that to where it would only be, let me figure that out, 12. Let's see, 300 minutes would be 5 hours. So, let's see, 5, let's see, 360, 420, be 7 hours. That's 19 hours. 2021. So I got roughly 22 hours worth of speed ups right now in this game. And that'll be, trying to remember now. It's almost 6 right now, so it'd be 2 hours, give or take. So that would take us down to 1 hour, or 1 day, 3 hours, give or take. So I should go check to see when the next, will be here. I'm trying to do something right now to where I can actually get like something good in when the next thing starts up, is what it is here. So let's see, we got one of those here in a couple hours, and then we got one right before the start of the day, which would be 4 o'clock. And then the next one would be probably not until like 4 a.m. tomorrow, so almost a day from now. So yeah, I don't think I can do that long. What I could do actually is down this to where it would be maybe about 8 hours left on it or so. So it would actually crack right around 4 p.m. this afternoon then. And then that way I could do it from there and have the next one be something else then. I should see if I have any, level ups in this for, okay, nice, I do. Okay, so I can do that one and then do, let's see here. Do a bunch of these like 14-minute ones or something like that then. Or even do, I'm trying to see if there's one of the other ones here that would be like 2 or 3. Okay, that one's 2, that one's 5. Okay, I can do this one right here. So I do one that would be about 16 hours then. And then down that a little bit of time or something like that. Then that's cool. Yeah, that works out well for me then. And then I could actually have a research then. Get some bonus stuff there for that during the Thriving Forces is going to start here. Reset then. But anyway. Other than that, though, I think that's where we're at for the day pretty much. Been over 2 hours on here now. I don't do either one of these things, man. As the title says, free to plays. That's where I'm at. Unless somebody wants to give me money, and then I'll use it on the game. So. Is this a pistol red dot or is this a rifle red dot? Since that technically could go with gaming that we're talking about right now, because you do have sniper rifles and stuff in this game. Actually, I think I'll just, I think I'm going to end this stream actually since we don't want to waste any more time in the account right now. What I will do is I will throw the link in the back chat for the back chat in the back there as a StreamYard link there. And I'll call it a day, and hopefully we can just have this chat in the back chat for the next 10 or 15 minutes is what it is then. So, yeah, until later, I will be back on, like I said, probably sometime Monday, maybe Tuesday even. Not even sure anymore. My niece is coming up at some point here. I thought she was coming up this weekend, but she's not coming up till this coming week is what it is. So it's very dependent on if she's going to be around or not for me to do anything right now. So if you don't see me all this week is what it is because I'm hanging out with her and my brother. And we're doing stuff or whatever then. Or if they're gone for the day or whatever, then I might just be here talking about whatever then. So, anywho. Other than that, though, that's where we're at for the day. And I will be back in a couple days, like I said, doing some more stuff. Obviously, our go-to streams on this channel now are going to be Thursday, Friday. We're going to do Buckshot Thursday every Thursday. We're going to do Freedom Friday every Friday. Those are guaranteed streams anymore. Other than that, throughout the rest of the week, we may do a grandstand here or there. It all depends. It's all dependent on exactly what I'm doing, what's going on, what I want to talk about, what I want to be pissed off about that day, honestly, in most cases. And that's the truth of the matter, honestly, at the end of the day. So, anyway. But, yeah. Other than that, that's where we'll be. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be back for another one in a couple of days. Until then, I will see you all later. And hopefully, at some point, the people behind the Walking Dead survivors actually get their shit together and help me so that I can do interfaces with StreamYard again and be able to actually show stuff. Or StreamYard gets off their asses and fixes the fucking issue on their end. If it's on their end, who knows? I don't know. I think it's on the gaming end, honestly. Because it seemed fine until they did the one update like a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago now. And now all of a sudden, they just don't let me fucking show the streams anymore for that game, which is stupid as fuck. And it's not like I wouldn't do like OBS or whatever, but the problem is, though, is like it's more of a pain in the ass then. I don't know if I could actually stream it to the things it would be then. So, yeah. It's really just a pain, man, is what it is. Like, I'd rather just be able to click on the thing and be like, present, here you go, check it out. This is what I'm doing in game. Go from there, basically. So, anyway. Until later, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.